Do you want to know or learn about the different parts of the muscles of the cat, specifically in the dorsal aspects? Hi, hello, I am Louen. In today's video, as you can see in our title below, yes, I am going to discuss, locate, and identify the generalized superficial muscles of the cat, specifically in the dorsal aspects. And I'm going to add about the OINA, but I'm just going to discuss the three parts: the origin, the insertion, and the action. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hello again. Showing in front of your screen is the plastinated cat specimen exposing the dorsal aspects. We are going to discuss, identify, and locate 16 muscles in the dorsal area. And I will do my best to give you the information and a better knowledge about the origin, insertion, and the action of each muscles. So let us begin with clavotrapezius. It originates from the skull and vertebra from lumbar crest to axis. It inserted itself into the clavicle. Its action is to elevate scapula. This is the clavobrachialis. It originates from the clavicle. It inserted itself into the proximal end of ulna. Its action is to flex the forearm. This part is the acromyodeltoid. It originates from the acromyon of scapula. It inserted itself into the outer surface of spinodeltoid. Its action is to flex the humerus and rotates outward. This is the levator scapulae ventralis. It originates from the transverse process of cervical vertebrae 1 to 4 and the occipital bone. It inserted itself into the scapula. Its action is to elevate and medially rotate scapula. Next part is the spinodeltoid. It originates from the spine of scapula. It inserted itself into the deltoid ridge of humerus, and its action is to flex and laterally rotates arm. This is acromyotrapezius. It originates from the spines of cervical vertebrae. It inserted itself into the spine of scapula, and its action is to retract the scapula. This part is the spinotrapezius. It originates from the thoracic and lumbar vertebrae. It inserted itself into the spine of scapula, and its action is to depress the scapula. This one is the latissimus dorsi. It originates from the spines of T6 to T12, all lumbar vertebrae, ribs 10 to 12, iliac crest, and thoracolumbar fascia. It inserted itself into the intertubercular sulcus of humerus, and its action is to adducts, extends, and medially rotates humerus, and depresses the scapula. This is the external oblique. It originates from the 5 to 12 outer surface of the ribs. It inserted itself into the iliac crest, linea alba, and the pubic crest. Its action is to flex the vertebral column, the trunk rotation, the lateral flexion, and compresses the abdomen. Gluteus maximus. It originates from the iliac crest, sacrum, and the coccyx. It inserted itself into the gluteal tuberosity of femur and iliotibial tract. Its action is the extension, abduction, and lateral rotation of the thigh. This part is the tensor fascia lati. It originates from the iliac crest and the anterior superior iliac spine. It inserted itself into the iliotibial tract. Its action is to flex, abducts, and medially rotates the thigh. This is the biceps femoris. It originates from the ischium. It inserted itself into the head of fibula and lateral condyle of tibia. Its action is to adducts thigh and flexes the shank. The next part is the semitendinosus. It originates from the ischial tuberosity. It inserted itself into the medial aspects of upper tibial shaft. Its action is to extend the thigh, reflexes and medially rotates the legs. This is the gastrocnemius. It originates from the medial and lateral condyles of femur. It inserted itself into the calcaneus via calcaneal tendon. Its action is to flexes the knee, and its plantar flexes the foot. Achilles tendon. It originates from the gastrocnemius. It inserted itself into the calcaneus, and its action is to attach the gastrocnemius to the calcaneal bone. The last dorsal of the cat is the codofemoralis. It originates from the caudal vertebrae. It inserted itself into the patella, and its action is to abduct the thigh and flexes the vertebral column.
So that was it, guys. I hope you loved the video. You've learned something new knowledge about the muscles of the cat, specifically in the dorsal aspects. So yeah, see you soon. Stay safe always, and bye.